Seven. We're playing through the Battle of Emridy Meadows, a prequel to the legendary Temple of Elemental Evil. This adventure, Emridy Meadows, is written by John Leitheusser and Chris Perkins. So last time, the adventurers, they're taking on missions for the good army that are trying to take down the evil army that's based out of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And so the heroes just went on a mission to kill this Knoll leader, and if possible to take down the concubine. So they went in there, they had a fight with a displacer beast inside a force ball, and they killed the leader. Then they raised the leader as a zombie, and they used the zombie to trick the concubine. And they murdered, I believe they murdered the concubine as well. And then they
I'm still freaking out about all of that just happened.
Yeah. And they tried to create some kind of distraction, which worked. And they,
let's not mention the fact that Lilia became a baby Knoll.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. You were a baby Knoll, and the zombie was carrying you, and you all cuddled together.
Yeah.
In bed.
Bottle. It was bottle.
All right. So, you had escaped,
Sorry.
and you are heading back to the camp where the righteous host, the army of good, is. And I guess you were running through kind of fields of tall grass with a lot of trees around, and you're heading back towards the field. Was there anything you wanted to do while you were running back to the camp?
What time of day is it?
Let's say it is 3 p.m.
Okay.
And your dog is excitedly barking and jumping around and chasing bugs.
I find a stick on the ground and like toss it every once in a while ahead of us so he can run and
So you toss it, then suddenly he teleports to where it's going to land, and he catches it, and he brings it back to you.
He's a good boy.
Good boy.
Keeping those skills sharp.
So,
Sorry.
Yeah. While we're kind of jogging / running back, I'm just going to sort of look around and ask if everyone's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright, I guess.
I'm honestly not sure at this point. Give me a little bit.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm used to you guys either talking about what's going on next or whatever, singing, dancing, whatever, and cheerful, and now you guys are just all quiet. Like, what do we do?
That was weird, right? That was weird, guys.
I mean,
What do you mean by weird? Everything in this whole situation is weird, but you're going to have to clarify.
I am not sure I'm okay with what just happened. Like, at all. I
we did what we
am not okay with pretending to be somebody's family. I'd never want to do that again. If, all right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna.
It's all right. It's all right. I come and like put one of my weird claw hands on your shoulder. And it's okay. Sorry, we didn't realize that you didn't feel comfortable in doing that, though we did go out and set out what we wanted to do.
And, like, a lot of things have been happening, and one of them is the fact that there's a purple ghost that seems to be haunting us.
Purple ghost?
Okay,
and
thing that is haunting me. Okay, it's going to become a problem. I can explain.
Sit down and have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
I instruct everybody to sit down.
We're just.
Middle of a war. I don't think sitting. We can walk. We can leisurely walk.
All right.
At
I
a-
tell everybody to get up and walk.
Don't have
You
to.
walk and talk.
I would say that Lily is probably like nervously like holding her wrists and just being really uncomfortable, and like probably is turning like a bright red that like all over, just like is super like trying to keep it together, but obviously not.
Look, if you need me to explain what's going on, it's something I'm not very comfortable with, but if it would ease your mind, I can help explain as best as I know what's happening. So, essentially what happened was I am a cleric of the Temple of Umbra. I work with priests, I work with other clerics, I work with the Mother Priest, and that was my life for many years. I loved it, I still love it, but I also lived in a town where a lot of negative influences would come from the nearby towns, and they would cause problems. And one day when I was working, there was a commotion. I don't really know. There were cultists, is what I was told. Cultists of Vecna, I think. They were after something, some kind of relic. I'm not really sure. I didn't ask questions because I was told not to ask questions. But in the end, because Umbra is a temple of good, they invaded our temple, and the Mother Priest essentially told us to heal them. But they threatened a lot of people, and they hurt a lot of people, and they personally hurt one of my friends, a good friend, who already has to deal with enough problems of his own because he is a half-orc, and they nearly killed him that day. And I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate them hurting my people, hurting everyone around them for their own selfish gain, and I felt Umbra would not want me to do that. And even if she didn't, I didn't feel right doing it. They were evil, they hurt people, and that wasn't okay. And I let them die. And whatever his name is, I try not to or anything to do with him, but essentially because he died, he cursed me. And now I'm forced to deal with his soul attached to mine. And I like it. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of negative energy. I believe I'm protected because of my symbol and because of my faith, and that is why he has not done anything more. This is the first time I've seen him become corporeal in a way. I have not dealt with him outside of anything besides whispers, and dealing with him is a battle enough, but I believe through my faith and my continued health that I can defeat him, and I try not to let it overcome me because it's not a part of me. It is not a part of what I want, who I want to be. I never want to have anything to do with him, and as soon as I get the chance to get rid of him, I will. This is not a question of whether I'm good or evil. I did what I thought was right in the moment. Maybe I was wrong. I pray to Umbra every day that I did what was right and what she would have wanted, but
Have you ever gotten
I don't know.
Perhaps in one of our adventures coming up, since we don't have one right now, we could go and get someone to check on it for you.
I try. I hope one day she sends me some guidance or message or something to help me get rid of him, but at this point I don't know. And because of that, I left the temple, and that is why I'm fighting this war, because I don't want more people to get hurt the way that I saw people get hurt. If I have to deal with knowing that people are going to die and just be slaughtered in their beds and hunted and hurt because these cultists or whoever these evil people are, they like to claim to be whatever evil deity or whatever nefarious reasons they want. I am not going to let them hurt people if I can stand in their...
And we did it. We prevented it today.
I know.
We saved the town today, and all it cost was one, whatever his name was, Narag, and one displacer beast, and a weird monster, and that's what we came to do. And so I'm glad that we were able to save this town, and don't worry, please.
But if Lilia, if you and Winthrop, if you guys are having trouble understanding or having trouble dealing with certain parts, as your leader, I do want to know why you are struggling, because I don't claim to be perfect. I don't know what I'm doing just as much as you are. I was put in this leadership position, and my only goal is to keep you alive, keep you safe, keep you happy as best I can, and keep everyone else safe at the same time. And I apologize if my methods aren't as expected or as I would like, because I would not like it to be like that. As your leader, I want you to be comfortable here. I don't want things to be harsh. And I thought I was doing okay, but if you're not comfortable with it, I'd like to hear that.
Win, what are you doing?
Well, if it bothers you in some way, I want to know why.
I dealt with people that believed that they were right and that they thought that their way was the best way, like, for a long time. And, like, those things that we did, I didn't want to do them. It's not like why I protect the forest so those things don't happen, so people don't have to go through those things. And I understand that that's what you think is best, but there's also better ways of treating your enemies, even though they're treating you badly. What makes you so different from them, you know?
I can understand that, but a question I just have to ask you is, if you struggle with it, how do you know, or how do I know our way is the best way? My way might not be right, but how do you know that your way is any better? If we each have to have conviction in what we believe, and I am fully supportive of you. If you believe that we could have done it better, then I am happy to listen to you and understand and take it into consideration, because I've never led before. I've never had to do this before, and I don't want you to feel in a negative way, if you understand. But one of us has to figure out what they're doing. One of us can't be right. We all have to have our own convictions and understanding.
If
we avoid, sorry, I think if we avoid, I don't know, being deceiving, like deceiving a mother's child, using people's feelings to harm them, whether or not they are the enemy. Like, I think if there is an enemy or a collaborator or somebody that we need to put down, it should be quick, it should be swift, and it shouldn't be deceptive or harming in some way where it can harm an individual's, like shooting someone when it's down. I admit I do that. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. My brother would be so mad. But I was thinking of the town folk and the people living, and you know, I trust you guys. So I did what I thought was right, and I didn't think we were gonna die. I thought we were doing pretty good. I died a few times, but I didn't
You
think
got
we were
better.
I got better, but yeah. If we want to have better methods, then let's implement some better methods. So then we don't have to have this conflict again.
I'm all ears. If you have better ideas, I'm happy to listen to
Suggestion.
them.
Let's not be assholes.
I agree with that idea.
All right.
That's fair, but and I can understand that. I just, in my mind, I'm trying to take care of these problems the fastest way.
That's true.
If they aren't the best way, then I would like you guys to tell me.
But let's try the non-asshole way, just for a couple hours.
How do we know what's right or what's wrong? How do we know? When is the line crossed?
When you feel that in your heart that, oh God, you shouldn't do that, just don't do it.
I feel that every day. I feel that going into a Knoll encampment where they are so evil that I can feel Umbra's strength weakening. I can feel evil, but how do we know who's good and who's evil? How do we know if we're better than them? How do we know if we're worse than them? If we don't know that distinction, then
better or worse, we're all different, really odd shades of gray. I'm certainly a darker shade of gray. I mean, look, I got a wagon. I got a trebuchet. Were those mine? No. I mean, true enough, I stole them from dead people that I killed. But, like, there is rules in warfare a lot of the time, and I'm just saying we could probably pick up some of those rules in order to not step on morality toes that we might have. You know, it's not fun. It may not be as efficient, but I think it would be better for us.
I can understand that. I just, if they don't follow the rules sometimes, and they would happily kill us as soon as our backs are turned, then how do we protect ourselves? How do we...
Rule number one, ourselves first. Rule number one, our lives before theirs. If there is a choice between them and us, it's us. That's the number one. But otherwise, if there is a second option, and even if it takes longer, maybe we should try that instead.
And what if it leads to more less block?
Well, then I guess we'll have to modify. It's definitely not coming out. I'm just making things up.
My main thing is I would like to avoid using people living or dead as puppets.
Rule number 3.
That's
No
very
puppets.
I can,
Oh, somebody should tell Simon.
definitely-
Got it.
Puppeteering days are over.
Like I'm cool with puppets, but using people and controlling them, I'm not really for it that way.
I agree. And I think,
Understand.
if we ever come up with other things that bug us, let's talk about it. Let's not hide about it, and then we can make more rules. And if we want to, we don't have to. But let's make it so then we can work together and feel comfortable and work together.
I agree. I do want you to be comfortable. Sorry,
I'm
Lilia. Go.
I'm pretty comfortable.
Lilia, is something else still troubling you? You still look upset.
I agree with not using people as puppets. It happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to anybody else. It's not fun. I don't know. Winthrop, are you okay? I know it's hard and you're quiet, but like I want to know that you're alright.
Just seeing
Are you okay,
things that were alive being used like zombies, you know? I just don't have a feeling of at all. I hate them.
I apologize.
And it was weird to have it in my favor at all, because I am always uncomfortable with that.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was such a touchy subject. In the priesthood and everything, in the temple, we dealt with death and life a lot, so I suppose I've been desensitized to it. I've seen too much already in this war. Even just before I met any of you, I was on a mission of my own, and I found a lot less than I was hoping for. And I saw people doing things that aren't necessarily good in the name of good. And I guess I thought it was okay. And I'm sorry.
I think this was good.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a problem, I'll abstain. I won't do that kind of thing anymore. I'm uncomfortable myself with it. I thought it was a good idea at the time to save more lives, and I won't deal with it again.
Right.
Is that okay? Is everyone okay with that? I don't.
Yeah.
If any of you have further struggles, if you struggle with it, or if you have a problem with me or anything I'm doing or anyone here is doing, then please come find me and come tell me. I want to be good and I want to be fair. And I guess I want you all to hold me accountable.
Bravesweet comes up and hugs you, and you say, "I want to be good."
You all are you're my team, and I have to remember that. It doesn't matter what position I'm in, I care for you. Even though I don't know you very well, any of you, I hold your life in my hands, and I don't want anything to happen.
Lilia says, under her breath, all will be good. And then she pats you on the knee because that's how far she can reach.
I kind of like bend down a bit and hug her as best I can, so she's not like try not to tip the hat or anything. Just like,
can we group hug?
Winthrop,
I was thinking the same,
do you want to join?
same thing. Group hug. It's all right.
Come on in.
Okay.
Yay!
So there's like
Team group hug.
there's a little bit of space in the middle of the group, and so the dog teleports in the middle.
Nice.
What a good boy. Oh, such a good boy.
All right. So you're gonna continue walking home.
Yeah.
All right.
I assume we had a long rest,
Yeah.
right?
You will get one. So Bravesweet, on the way home, real quick.
Oh.
You remember something that happened, and we're gonna play through it real quick. Hopefully, it'll just take like 1 minute.
All right.
So, like 6 months ago, you're in the forest looking at all these weird funguses, and there's this one type. If you touch it, these spores come out and they'll knock you out, and animals could kill you, right? So in the forest, you're friends with Kella the druid, and you're doing whatever you do during the day in the forest. And up ahead, you hear two voices talking. What do you do? What did you do at that time?
I probably poked my head up and tried to listen in without being seen.
Okay.
So
You'd see
I head
two.
toward.
Okay.
Yep. I'm sneaking over there.
You see two elves with tan skin and brown hair, and they're wearing mostly green. One is male and one is female, and they're both kneeling next to one of those demon funguses. It's like giant, and it's almost like pulsing. And they're talking to each other, telling basically they're saying, I think you want to touch it? She's like, you touch it. And he's like, I will touch it. She's like, I dare you to touch it. And then she goes and like creeps over to the other, like 20 feet away. Do you do anything? He like gets out his finger.
I whisper, those creeps, what are they doing? Idiots. Ah,
Okay.
stop!
Oh, you
I
say
shout.
the female immediately pulls out her bow and like, like she's gonna shoot you. And the other guy like
I
turns.
pull out my
takes-
bow too, like. No, wait, I hold out my hands, I'm like, I'm not harming you. Just shouldn't touch that.
the
I
female-
haven't seen it. Before this, have I seen that black mushroom in the forest before?
Yeah.
Do I know it's dangerous?
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, don't touch it. It will. What does it do?
It lets out spores and it'll knock you out for like
Oh, all right.
up to 4 hours.
It will knock you out for 4 hours.
The female
Believe me,
says,
I've
"Who are you? What are you doing out here? This is our. What do you? Who are you?" And she also says, "Why don't you stop aiming that thing at me?" Also.
Okay. I put it down.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
She wasn't expecting that, and she lowers hers as well. The guy says, he says, my name's, let's see, Crint.
Print.
That's my sister, Lilia. She says, don't tell her that, Crint. We don't know this person. She says, what are you doing out here? Why are you telling us about mushrooms? Why were you watching us?
I'm out here hunting for my family, and I come here very often and see many different kinds of shrooms, and I know that one is not to be touched. I've been thinking about getting it removed, but my clan right now just hasn't had the time. They've been off doing other sorts and doodads, but
Crint,
you know, foraging, doing whatever I do.
Crint peeks from behind the
Not
tree and he says, are you some kind of mushroom expert or something? And she says, Crint, would you shut up? She's like, all right, so this is some evil mushroom. Do you know what the cause of these mushrooms is? Because it's a problem.
It is a problem, and I don't know. It's only cropped up somewhat recently. I've been thinking of trying to get experts in from nearby villages, but you know, who wants to come out here in the middle of nowhere right now? So the war is going on and all that, right?
She says, so Crint like starts rifling through his bag. He's like, do you want a sandwich? I have like a sandwich. Do you want half of it?
Sure.
And Lilia says, Crint, you idiot. We're going. Thank you for telling us about the mushroom. What's your name?
Bravesweet.
Okay, you tell me.
If you ever need us, you know, just don't mind dropping by to say hi if you ever see me. Bye.
All right. He says, all right, maybe we, and she's like, no, we're not hanging out with them. Come on. And she like drags him away, and they go off in the forest.
Ah, what nice people.
All right.
I
Anyway.
also think that Bravesweet makes all of her friends by sharing food in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Give her food. She's just like, yes, please.
So you get back to the camp hours later. In the camp, let's see. Warriors are busy sharpening weapons. Fletchers are making arrows. And other people are tending to food, laundry, and other needs of the camp. Are you guys going to take a long rest?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to, yes.
Okay. So,
Yes.
in the middle of the night, Winthrop, you kind of wake up for whatever reason.
Yes.
Because you're a night person, and you see.
Well, I was trancing,
Oh, you were trancing!
right?
Okay, you snap out of your trance for a second.
Yeah, because I'm an elf.
Right.
Okay.
And, so
Busy boy.
I think you're all asleep. You're all like asleep in the same tent, right?
I seem so.
All right. So you see, Seraphine is lying there, and the ghostly elf is like kneeling next to her, staring at her. What do you do?
That's creepy, man.
You say that, he looks at you, his
Yeah.
eyes go wide, and he vanishes. Whoosh. And he's gone.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Do anything else special that night?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't- What?
Okay. So next day, there's a message they want you to go to the lodge to report on your mission.
I'll tell Seraphine in the morning what happened, though. Like,
Oh, okay.
the guy was looking at you at night.
No,
It was a weird. And you were
The guy
like,
was looking at her.
yeah, the
one?
purple ghost guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
God,
that one.
I should really
He's a
ask his
creeper.
name, but I don't really give a shit. So I'm just gonna think of him as that purple guy.
Purple guy.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I'm not as aware in my sleep, but that is not good. Looks like I'll have to do extra praying before I go to sleep. I'm gonna start putting
Oh,
symbols on everything I own. I hope you are okay with that.
I don't mind. I'd prefer everyone to be safe, and I don't think that's a safe thing at all.
No, trust
You
me.
know, he's that good boy
hate
sleeping
it.
next to you. He tends to chase away anything spooky. Good
true.
boy.
Very sweet.
Well, although he was just completely 100% asleep when that was happening.
I just said it because
Just like lying on his back, like his legs up in the air, you know.
Yes.
twitching every once in a
Adorable.
while in a dream.
Well, when this is all over, I can handle that. But for now,
He's dreaming of chasing displacer beasts.
Aw,
got one. He got one. He's good.
yeah.
It'd be funny if he teleported in his sleep, actually.
Oh,
All right. All right. So you're gonna go to the lodge once you do all that.
Yes.
Okay. So in the forest near the camp, there is a lodge. It just looks like a small log cabin, but you know it's a Leomun's secure shelter. It's actually huge inside. So inside is Ardra, who's the general, Strom Wakeman, who's the blurry wizard, who's in robes, but you can't make out any of his features because he's all blurry. And then there's a dwarf and a gnome. The dwarf leads the dwarf contingent of the army, and the gnome leads the gnome contingent of the army.
that shameful
Yeah. So you go in there, you report. They're thrilled with what you did, and then Ardra pours herself a cup of tea as she spells out your next mission. You ready? Our enemies are disorganized, and their leaders know it. They forged an alliance with a wizard, General Lich, named Kel the Eldest, and have summoned him to join their army, perhaps even to lead it. We've been tracking
Well-
Kel, and you, as have you, since they arrived. They are traveling overland by coach through the gnarly forest. The forest,
Not anymore.
the forest elves.
Not anymore.
Well,
I
apparently,
think
no.
we have.
He has a second coach, they say.
Oh.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
They now travel overland by coach through the gnarly forest. The forest elves have remained neutral in our conflict. We've already sent an envoy to petition for their help against the forces of elemental evil, but until we've secured an alliance, we can't rely on the elves to deal with Kel. So, Strom Wakeman grows increasingly impatient and finally interrupts. He says, "We need you to travel as quickly as possible to the gnarly forest, intercept the undead wizard, and destroy him." You did it once before, right? Because he's a lich, he will reform in a matter of days. Now, I know you did just destroy him and he's already reformed, but from what I understand, liches take 1 to 10 days to reform. So I think what happened on this time was he got lucky. So the chances are, like if you had some kind of die with 10 sides on it and you rolled it, it would be more like a 6 or 7 days, which is all we're going to need. So By the time he does, the Battle of Emridy Meadows will be won. So there's your mission. Do you accept?
Oh, goodness.
We already killed the
Well,
witch.
We
I-
almost
I died, but let's do it anyways.
Okay.
we
Yeah.
narrowly escaped with our lives last time.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
but now we're level 5.
all
What's
right.
a level?
That was level 3.
Um,
That was level 3. We're level 5.
Okay, so Strom Wakeman pulls out like a little sack and he hands it to
Oh.
Seraphine. 5 vials of holy water. It could help.
Oh.
That should help against some undead.
We can provide you with
How
fresh
many vials of...
vials of what?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Vials of what?
Vials of holy oil that we could perhaps dip our arrows in.
Nope.
Oh well,
Just water.
I tried. That's fine.
I mean,
You
if you
go
had
shopping.
normal oil, we probably could, but
Ooh.
All right, so he's gonna give you directions. Do you want horses? We have horses if you want to use them.
Oh, we got our nice horses, and I have an idea.
Oh, boy.
Not necessary.
Oh god.
I
Okay.
believe, like, I've written it down. We have 2 skeletal horses and, like, 2 just regular horses. But were those regular horses just given back to the town or something? I don't know if we were just borrowing them or...
You were just borrowing them, yeah. But I mean,
Oh, okay.
didn't we borrow
Oh,
the
yeah.
horses from the camp?
yeah. So they're still
Yeah.
here.
We
You can,
have, we have 2 scaly horses, so I guess, yeah, we should get some other...
I prefer a real horse. I don't like the skelly horse. We're going back to the puppetry thing. I don't like it.
Okay.
That's okay. We can do that instead.
so you're gonna take.
We don't.
Go ahead.
We only need 3 horses. All right, good boy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Or we might only need 2. I can be one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can assume horse form. Okay. So you're taking 2 horses. Lilia's gonna ride the dog, and Winthrop's gonna be a horse.
Yeah,
Do we-
and actually
do we have
that
any-
probably means we only need 1, so someone could ride me.
Do we have any do we have healing potions or stuff? I don't know if we might
Yeah, we
have,
might
I
have.
think I've written down I have one left.
You might want a few more.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go in shopping.
A good idea.
Oh, all right. They're like, oh yeah, all right. We got 1 for each of you. Here you go.
All right.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Wait, question. Did we even use our invisibility potions last time?
Yes, we did. We did.
Yeah.
Way
All right,
out.
Get
cool.
away.
If that's the case, I'll just erase invisibility and write healing.
All right.
Can I do one something special something? I just had a random thought.
hmm
Since I know my party is creeped out by the skeletal horses, I'm going to be riding one, but I'm going to take the other one. I don't know if there's like a seamstress in town somewhere that
Yeah.
I can like talk to.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I go up to the seamstress and I'm just
Mhm.
like, oh, hi. I was wondering if you do commissions, a special kind.
hmm Yes.
See, I have this horse and it lost its skin. So I was hoping that you could like sew it a new skin to like make people comfortable with it, because I have friends that are really grossed out about this stuff. And I was thinking as well, like you can make it like really pretty, like make it like bright pink and give it a unicorn horn and like put hearts on it. I know somebody who would enjoy that.
Okay. So you're saying this, and 2 people sidle up next to you while you're talking, and it's Rufus and Byrne. And Rufus says, "Are you talking about like a horse costume?"
Essentially, yeah.
Well,
So,
this
like,
is
come
funny.
up and kill this.
Byrne and I actually, for a recent festival, we wore this horse costume. You know, where I was the back legs and he was the front legs. You could use that if you want as the base, and you could go from there.
Cool. Oh, you're too kind, Rufus.
They go. One of them runs to get to the tent, goes and gets it, and is like, hey, here you go.
It probably doesn't fit the horse, but could I ask the seamstress to like make it so then it does fit? Like,
Yeah.
give it to her, and then after our journey, I can come back and look at that. I have a skinned horse now.
And you wanted it to look like a unicorn?
Yeah. It's like maybe like. Can I just request them to put like a really big heart on like its ass?
Really?
So it's a My Little Pony now.
Yes.
Okay. And what color is it?
Well, what is the? Oh, I'd like it to be bright pink because I just think, because my mind. This
The
is not
gnome
what
is
I would
looking
do.
at you like.
This is what Bravesweet is really trying hard to be like, aw, you know, poor Lilia was so sad. Maybe this will cheer her up.
Okay.
Your friendship.
So the gnome, all she gotta do is change it to pink and put a heart on it and sew it together and fit it.
Yeah.
So-
How much gold with that?
2 gold. In D&D,
Alright.
2 gold is 1 day's work. Basic. That's the average
Yeah.
wage.
I got like 60 gold.
Okay.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
So right off 2 gold.
Before we leave, I would like to go to talk to my grandma, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Grandma,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry I was rude to you a couple days ago. I didn't mean to be. It was just that I didn't expect you here. Usually we don't talk much anymore, wherever. But I'm glad you're okay, and I hope you don't die. That'd be great.
So she's in the lodge. You go into the lodge and sit at the table where
Yeah.
she is, where the dwarf is there and the others are around. Do you say
I'll
this?
probably like move her away, like walk away a little bit with
Alright.
her. But, yeah.
She says she gives you like kind of a cryptic look. And she says, Lilia, there are important things happening right now. And you and your friends should be ready soon. Strom Wakeman, like, he's got the skull, and he walks over to the other side of you and he plops it on the table. He says, you should probably study this.
Grandma, I don't trust him at all.
She says, no, he's a great wizard. He was just, things happened to him, just like things happened to people we know.
Yeah.
And Smoke, the raven, or is it crow? I don't remember.
It was a raven.
Smoke looks at you, and you can talk to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Don't worry, Lilia, you're gonna do just fine. I really like your hat, and you can handle the skull. It'll probably, just definitely work on your thing a little bit, because if Strom Wakeman goes down, it's all up to you."
I'll try not to disappoint you.
So Strom Wakeman pulls you aside and tries to give you the finer points of using the skull. Each gem is going to funnel a certain type of energy, and it's going to be up to you to harness all of it and like blast Zugmoy with it at the right time. So, and then it's going to force her and her force into the temple. But you're going to have to, like, there's going to be a lot of energy going through you, and you're going to have to be able to not die while it's going through you, and keep your concentration. So he's talking to you about, concentration checks that wizards have to make. It's going to be like a super concentration check.
Okay.
And he says, but don't worry, that's only if something happens to me.
I'm not worried.
Smoke says, well, he's kind of a wild card, so you should probably be ready, because...
I said, I'm like, yeah, I can see that.
All right. So, you guys all ready to go on your trip?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, do we have any Bravesweet mentioned healing potions. Do we need any of those?
You each were
I
given
believe we just
one.
picked up
Yeah.
one.
Got it. One more.
So is my horse cosplay /
That'll be ready
crazy?
the next day.
Okay, the next day. So I don't know if we're leaving the next day or whatever.
No, they want you to leave right now.
Okay, never mind. I bring out my
when we
other
come
skeleton
back.
horse. That's not. I don't tell you. You don't know.
And they're expecting you to set an ambush for Kel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They'll be riding in his carriage. And they give you some suggestions about, his carriage will be coming, and you'll be hiding in the woods, and then you can just jump, blow the whole thing up, or meh, and they give you a bunch of ideas. Shooting arrows.
I'm gonna steal my second wagon. Here we go.
Or you dig a big pit, and he'll fall in it, and then you just throw the dirt on it, and you bury the whole cart. That's what they say.
That's a big pit.
That is a big pit.
Well, there's 4 of you, and you have a dog.
Yeah.
Good point.
I also have a spell that can do that, so it's fine.
Oh, hey.
So,
No problem.
for this trip, so we've got Lilia gets on the dog. Winthrop assumes horse form, and the other 2, what are you doing?
I'm on my skelly horse, and I assume Seraphine is probably on.
That's the deal.
Sure.
All right.
Cool.
So you
Whatever.
you start riding back toward the gnarly forest. After about it's like morning, like 10 in the morning. It's nice out and it's sunny, and along the trail to the east, evidence of past engagements can be seen. Burned homesteads, slaughtered livestock, and the corpses of soldiers. Suddenly, a horn sounds in the distance. As you crest a low hill, you see mounted scouts of the righteous host, which is your army, skirmishing with heavily armored orc scouts. Let's see here. So, in the distance, you see some of your army fighting some orcs. It looks like 6 members of your army are fighting for 3 large orcs. Yeah. And they're about 3 rounds away from you. Like if you try double moved, it would take 3 rounds to get
Do
within.
they look like they're winning, losing?
Hard to tell right now.
Okay.
To get within 100 feet, it will take 3 rounds.
Does everyone want to go help them? Or should we continue with our mission?
I mean, they're on in too.
Group census? Everyone, do you want to go take care of the greater evil or help our allies?
Being a horse, I just do a quick aside to Lilia. I'm up for whatever right now.
Don't put this on me.
You're my translator, girl.
I say that Winthrop is ready for anything, and I guess so am I. I don't know what we can do.
Take it down some giants.
We could send Good Boy to help them if we need to, or I don't know, because I'm afraid I might lose one of you before we have to fight the biggest battle that I already died for. So being a bit biased, I would like to not be hurt.
As you're watching, there's actually a total of 6 of these orc creatures fighting 6 human warriors, and the human warriors are starting to get knocked off their horses.
If we're going to act, we have to act.
Go. We have to go. We have to help. We can't just ignore this.
How far are they?
In 3 rounds, you'll be within 100 feet if you double move, so whatever a horse's speed is. So if a horse is speed 40, that'd be 80,
Yeah.
160,
Finding out.
240, so that'd be a total of 340 feet away.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we need to help them.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
So you start riding towards them?
Yes.
All right. To your horror, you watch as these orc creatures attack the riders, and Many of the humans are killed, as are some of the orcs. So once you're 100 feet away, there's just one member of the army left alive, and 3 of these orc creatures slowly surrounding him. So let's roll initiative.
Okay. I'm going to use my
Ooh.
good dice.
I rolled really low.
Oh,
right.
same here.
Lilia, what'd you get?
Here.
What'd you get, Lilia?
I got a 10.
A 10 for Lilia. What about Seraphine?
6.
6 for Seraphine. What about Winthrop?
8.
8 for Winthrop. And what about Bravesweet?
18.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
18 for Bravesweet. Okay, so you're 100 feet away.
Bravesweet, who has the best long distance attack as well. Woo!
Yeah, so what would you
What
like
I
to
need.
do?
I want to get the fella being surrounded out of there. Well, I have a bad idea again, but I kind of want to do it.
Does this involve the beads again?
Yes. Do I know
How many of
if
those
the
do we have
beads, like,
left?
if
Don't use a
someone's
bead. Don't
inside
use
it?
a bead.
Okay, but I'm just gonna ask, just because I'm curious. Does the bead prevent people from like entering if something's already in it?
Hmm
I mean, we
Can we
teleported in it before,
guys?
but you have to teleport.
It does
Yeah.
damage too, though. I mean, it does 5d4 damage, and then
Oh yeah.
it traps the
okay.
person inside.
Right.
So.
I was just thinking of giving them kind of like a bubble so then the
Don't
guy
do
can-
it. No.
And
No,
also,
I don't think that's yeah.
throwing it, I think it's just there's only a certain distance you could throw it. 60 feet
Yeah,
probably.
we're probably too far away. Never mind. I'm just gonna shoot some arrows.
All right.
But she thought about it.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, up to 60 feet. Yeah.
That is a 16.
All right. So you shoot an orc. 16. That actually misses because they're wearing really heavy armor.
Yoink.
I take my second shot. Oh, that was better. 21.
21 hits. How much damage?
Alright. Do my thing. Oh no. That's 10.
10 damage. Okay, so you shoot your arrow 100 feet, and it like lands in this orc's shoulders, and it roars in pain and starts looking around. All right.
Come here!
Do you want to move at all?
I would like to get closer.
Okay, so you ride your skeletal horse closer.
A little bit closer. Maybe dismount halfway through.
I should
so
probably
then-
look up the
Or
speed.
wait, I'll stand for it.
horse. All right.
A horse is 60 feet. I
Thank you.
just looked it up because I'm a druid.
Awesome. All right, so you're within. You're 40 feet away from them. All right, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
60
That
feet.
helps a lot.
Next up is Lilia.
Okay. So I'm gonna. How many orcs are there?
There are 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast on 2 of them. So 2 rays on 2 of them.
Okay.
Whoop. And I can do it from here because the range is 120 feet.
Oh my God. Okay.
So
It's nice that Eldritch Blast doesn't have like you have to roll to hit. It just hits.
no, that one's magic missile. This one I need to roll to hit.
Oh.
So 13,
13 misses.
Right.
and it's lower. So nope.
Okay. But so now, one orc got hit by an arrow, and then 2 eldritch blasts go flying by them, and they turn and they see you guys now, and they roar in anger. Is that it for Lilia? Do you want to go closer?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're gonna stay. All right. All right. Next up is Winthrop in horse form. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'll quickly ask Lilia to ask Seraphine, who's on my back, how close do you want to be?
How close do you want to be?
I can go anywhere 60 feet.
All right, I'll go that distance.
So 60 feet closer
Get up.
or 60
Get up close.
We're 40 feet away from them, so we're like all my spells are within range.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
so Winthrop, you ride up 60.
That was my goal.
Do you do anything else, Winthrop?
I mean, I'll hold an action. If one gets up, I'll clobber them with my hooves.
Okay.
Wolf attack. My Little Pony.
All right.
That's all I've got.
After Winthrop is Seraphine.
Okay, I'm just gonna do Sacred Flame, and they gotta make a dex save of 14.
Is just hit one person? Or?
Yeah, it just hits, I'll hit the main orc, that's like closest to us.
All right, Sacred Flame. I rolled it. Better look. I rolled a 12. Let's see, page 247. 247. Plus 1, so I got a 13.
So he failed, so he
Okay.
takes 2d8 radiant damage.
2d8 radiant.
Ooh,
Let me
get him out.
roll. Okay, that's pretty good. Ooh, that's really good. 6 and an 8, so 14
Okay.
points radiant damage.
All right, so he's hit and like he's bleeding heavily from multiple orifices. Is that it for Seraphine?
Yeah, I'm kind of on a horse. So actually, hang on. Let me. Yeah, because I can't. Wait, if I have something that casts, it's a spell, it's a bonus action to cast, and I casted a cantrip, does that still count? Since I can only cast one spell per round.
You can cast one spell, but then you could cast a cantrip if you have a way to do that, like if it's a bonus action or something.
Okay, because that was just a cantrip. So would I be able to cast something that's a bonus action?
Mhm.
Okay. How many? Let me see. Sure. Actually, never mind. I'll just hold that.
So on these orcs' turns, they're larger than you would have expected. They're bigger and musclier, and they have big spiked armor. Their tusks are like really long, and two of them start rushing towards you. And they have a power as a bonus action. They can move up to their speed toward a hostile creature that they can see. So as a bonus action, they move 30, and they move another 30. So they're the two are within you. But there's one fighting the dude, the army dude. So let's see what happens with him. 2 attacks plus 6. Ah! He gets hit twice. He's down. All right.
Oh no!
He's not dead. He's not dead, but he's lying on the ground like, dying.
Oh God.
We messed up.
We all see that?
So one orc runs up to Winthrop horse, and Seraphine, you're on the Winthrop horse, right? So he's gonna attack you twice. Plus 6. Here we go. Plus 6. 12. 12.
Doesn't hit me.
Wait, with both of us?
No, just on Seraphine. He's assuming Winthrop. He just thinks you're a horse. He's not.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
He's like, let me just get around this horse here. You know what I mean? All right. So, Bravesweet, the other one runs up to you. Roar. He's got a big great axe. All right. Here we go. Plus 6. Oh, 25. All right.
Oh yeah.
So you take 10 damage, and then plus 13. Does that hit you?
No, it doesn't. I'm
You
16.
dodge the second attack. And then it's Bravesweet's turn. There's one of these giant orcs slashing away at you. What do you do?
So the orc that was attacking the dude that now he fell, is he away from him?
Oh, you know what? When you get closer, these all look like females. Female orcs.
Okay.
And their
Female
claws
orcs,
are a little longer than normal.
Oh, nasty. Cut those. I'm gonna try to shoot the one closest to the dude that just got knocked unconscious. I can't do anything to help him, but I can at least prevent him from like being stricken down to where he's in the dead body.
I think that if you make a ranged attack and an enemy is adjacent to you, something bad happens. Like you have disadvantage, or I can't remember. exactly what
Well, I
it is.
mean, sure. But
If it's short distance of 40 feet, I believe, ranged attacks have disadvantage.
I also have just a crossbow. I know crossbows are shorter range.
I just mean in general. I think there's a rule where it's like if you make a
Oh,
ranged
it's in
attack,
general? Oh,
if you
I
make a
don't
ranged
know.
attack and there's somebody adjacent to you, then that. So I'm just saying that you haven't done it yet. I'm just giving you the warning.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure. Okay, here it is. Ranged attacks in close combat. It's on page 195 of the player's handbook. Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. When you make a ranged attack with a weapon, spell, or other means, you have disadvantage on the attack roll if you are within 5 feet of a hostile creature
Oh.
who can see you.
Could I use my movement to disengage from that guy so then I don't have
Disengage is in action. So,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you
never
could move away, but she would get a shot on you.
yeah.
You can just
Okay.
use your sword.
I'm gonna just use my sword against the guy that's next to me then.
Okay.
I never use my sword.
All right.
Short sword, and it's okay. It's a D6. Okay. Oh wait, that's not a D6. Sorry. Oh, shoot, man! I rolled a 1. Oh, I have to roll in order to hit first. Sorry, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I got a 3.
Okay. So you swing. She blocks it with her axe. Is that it for Bravesweet?
I'm gonna try to disengage so I can get closer to the guy who just fallen.
Well, I mean,
But I know that.
if you move, she's gonna get a shot on you. You would have to use your action instead of attacking to disengage in order for.
Oh,
her
never
not to
mind,
get you.
never mind. Okay.
Okay.
Now I understand.
All right.
Sorry. So, okay, I guess I'm chilling.
All right.
All right.
After Bravesweet is Lilia.
I'm gonna try to hit them with the Eldritch Blast again.
The one's close or the one way down that way?
The one's close because they're about to hurt my friends. So.
All right.
So is there 2 of them?
One is fighting
Oh.
Seraphine. The one fighting Seraphine is wounded pretty badly. The other
Okay.
one fighting Bravesweet is not hurt at all.
Okay, so since it has 2 beams, can I hit both of them?
Sure.
Okay. Great. Does it? Okay, so one is a 20 and the other one is a 21.
Whoa. Okay, you both hit.
Just. And then it's 4. Okay, so one is 4 and the other one is 7.
4, 7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You cast those spells, and both of the orcs look scared as your magic spells start hitting them, and they shriek in terror. All right, is that it for Lilia?
And then I'm gonna tell Good Boy to charge the one closer to us.
Really? Okay.
Stick 'em.
Aw, my ankles.
And it looks so cool because she's right now.
All right, he hits and does 4 points.
Such a good boy.
He bites the one that's fighting Seraphine. That one is hurt really bad. Okay, Winthrop, it's your turn. Right next to you is a really hurt orc. Then a little
Cool.
further, just a few feet away, Bravesweet is fighting another lady orc.
And flailing really oddly.
They're having
Far as
like a
Lilia?
sword fight. So Winthrop, what do you want to do?
Pretty much, I think I'm gonna best I can tell Seraphine to hold on, and I'm just gonna rear up and try to knock the one that's in front of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have those stats out? The horse stats?
Yeah, I'm turning to him.
Are you a war horse?
I was thinking. Well, what were we riding before?
I don't know. Well, you're in war, right? So it'd probably be a war horse.
Yeah, so probably a draft horse. Probably. All right, so yeah, I'm a draft horse.
Whatever you want. I don't
Got
care.
it.
The gray horse with like the flowy emo hair.
Like hair.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
You're
Oh.
Frisian. Yeah.
Draft horse. Oh, +6. Wow.
Nice.
Dang.
Oh, yeah, this one's 40 feet. I didn't realize that. Okay,
That's
they're different. So I was using the riding horse's stats.
Oh,
So maybe at that one.
It's good. +6 to hit.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Shouldn't be hard.
Let's hope this one decides to be nice to me again. All right, you can do this. That would be a total of 17.
Oh, you missed by 1.
Ah.
Darn. So close.
All right. Is that it for Horse Winthrop?
I think so.
All right. All right, Seraphine. Your horse goes,
Okay.
"Meow," pop, 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 but doesn't hurt
Screw it.
the orc.
I'm gonna use Sacred Flame again.
All right. Is that a
Dex
saving throw?
save. Yeah, dex save.
I rolled a natural 2. I failed.
Yeah. Okay, another 2d8 each.
Ugh.
Whew.
Okay, that's a 5 and a 2, so 7 points of radiant damage.
7 points. All right.
Yeah.
39. Okay. Is that it for Seraphine?
Yeah.
Both of the orcs close flinch from this explosion of radiant energy, and they panic. They both turn and run. So that means that Seraphine and Winthrop and Lilia, you can all get attacks of opportunity on the wounded one. So you can go ahead and roll just a regular basic attack, melee attack or whatever. Bravesweet, you're gonna get a shot on the other one if you want to take it.
Yeah. Yes.
I had to whack him with my umbrella.
I
but
rolled
that's well.
a 12 this time, so that's +6. It's 18.
Oh, okay. Bam. All right. Cool. What
Do
about?
we? Oh,
I need to open it up again.
okay. Do we have to use melee weapons?
Yeah.
Okay. Then nah. 6 plus 4 is I got a 10.
Okay. And Lilia?
Hold on, I'm trying to find the stats for this. What about you add?
Spellcasters, when you finally have to use a melee weapon, you don't know what you're doing.
I
Well, what did you roll?
Alright, I got it. Hold on. I did not hit it.
Okay. Bravesweet. Whoosh.
You know what? Instead, I'm not gonna hit him because I was thinking of like the talk that I had like the other day with my friends and being like not hitting someone when they're down. So I'm just gonna let him run.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna be like, just
Scare him.
All right. So Winthrop, you rear up and you like hoof the orc in the head and it dies.
Oh, wow, really?
The other one runs,
Yeah.
and the one that dropped the dude also runs. They're just running.
oh, you get
Okay,
some.
can I? Is
Same.
combat still going on? Do we still have initiative, or can we just?
You can just do whatever. Yeah, we're out of initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna. hop that.
I'll ride over to the guy for you,
Yeah.
so it's faster.
I'm gonna hop off and then check to see if.
He's making death saves right now, so
Okay. Ugh.
you could. I mean, if you have healing magic, you could use that on him. If you want to just try
I'm
to
gonna
stabilize him,
I mean,
you
I
make
can
a
just
death save.
stabilize him with a cantrip if you need me to, but I'm a horse, and that will get rid of one of my wild shapes, and we kind of
Yeah,
need
no.
that.
I've got it. I'll just cast Spare the Dying. It's a cantrip, and it'll
Cool.
stabilize him.
So all
I'm
right.
like, hey, same.
So it stabilizes him. So
Yes.
all right, he's going to be unconscious for
Yeah.
at least 1 hour.
That's
and
fine.
You know that.
I
So
don't know.
While
Alright,
this
so-
is happening, can I go over to the orc that they just killed and like scavenge like teeth so that I can give it to?
Yeah.
Gabe.
it's got a.
Bravesweet is trying to be so nice. Oh.
Thanks, Bravesweet.
So,
If you would hold
She
on
knows
to
you
that
can
for
do
me,
that
that'd be
first.
great, because I don't have my stuff on me right now. It's kind of melded into my skin. Can't really do
Right.
anything about that
Right.
right now.
It
I'll
is.
use my short sword to try to cut. They have like large tusks, right? I'll try to get both tusks.
All right.
I
I
just
don't know
need
if I
one.
can roll anything for that.
I'm
But...
gonna get a
No, you
touch
just, you
for her for her tooth necklace.
can
Oh
just
my
do it.
God.
You can just take them. Yeah, you can cut them off.
Okay.
It's
There you
also
go.
wearing plate mail. I don't know if you want to.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think since my horse is a skelly horse and can take pretty much a lot, I can just like use some rope that's in my pack and like grab some of the stuff and tie it up. and just
Dad
kinda-
caravan. This
Yeah.
All right.
like tying the Christmas tree to your minivan.
Wow.
And Bert, is Is she just like a kleptomaniac? Is that what it is?
I think
She
so.
only steals from people that
She's interesting.
You know.
Sure.
She has a hard time looking at something and just letting it go. She's just, oh, that could be
That's
useful.
fair.
Let's take that.
Fair.
So,
That
okay,
just
I should
sounds
write
like-
this down.
Okay.
So you take pieces of the plate mail and you put them on your horse to kind of give it like armor, sort of. Is that
Yeah.
what you do?
Cool.
All right. Okay. So you do all that. The guy's breathing. He's got a big mustache.
Can I check while they're doing that? Can I check and see if anyone else is viable to be saved? Like
No.
any?
Yeah, the rest
They're
are
all-
dead.
okay.
Yeah, they're all dead. So yeah, what do you want to do? There's an unconscious dude.
Can we carry him on our horse? Can we bring him with us? I don't feel comfortable letting him just sit out here
Put
unconscious.
him on my horse. My horse can carry a lot. I'll just walk my horse.
Do you think
I
we
mean,
can
I
give
can
him?
too.
Or that too. Whatever.
You
works.
think that one of
I'm
you
a lot
can?
stronger as a horse.
Oh yeah, that's right. We should put him on your saddle.
Okay, I'll just backpack sling him so he's laying over it, and then like
See,
hit 2 different
I mean,
rifles.
Okay.
do you think that you and one of you guys can heal him? I mean, maybe we can like
He
you know
should,
wake him up.
yeah, he should wake up. I'm scared. I don't want to die again with no way to help my friends.
Yeah. Let's save our spells. He's stable.
He'll wake up
So-
in just a little bit. We can have him sit out of the battle, and then I'm happy to heal
Is
him.
there like on our way there? Is there like a place where we can kind of drop him off to people who are more qualified than us? Or
We're in the middle of the woods, so
I know technicalities. Do we know if there's anywhere like nearby that we
No.
know? So we're just
Is
carrying
Gnarls
him
Grove
around.
anywhere nearby here?
It's in the forest, but it's not close.
Okay.
You also, I forgot, you found 15 gold on that orc as well.
Ooh, I'll share it with everybody.
Okay, 15
I
gold.
don't know who holds our. I know that we have a lot of gold ourselves.
Bravesweet, just
So that's like 3 gold
Just
pieces
keep
each.
it. I'm literally a horse right now.
all right, I'll keep it. So that's 15 gold. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so that's 3 gold pieces a piece, and then there's 1 extra.
All right.
Okay. So you're
That's
gonna
for good.
continue on.
I think so.
So
We just have the guy now.
3 hours pass, and suddenly the guy on the horse starts to stir. And he says, what's going on here? Where am I?
Shh, don't worry.
your life,
It's
your
Orcs!
okay, no, it's fine. We killed them. You're safe now. We're from the same vicinity. We're with everyone. We're with Ardra. We're just currently on a mission ourselves and didn't want to leave you.
Okay, so right now he's lying stomach down on the horse, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he says, can you stop for a second so I can?
I stop immediately.
All right. Oh, okay. Now I fell off, but all right.
Okay. I'll help him back into like a sitting position so he's got dignity.
All right.
Hi,
Okay. He says,
what's your name?
my name's Garen Highmore.
Aaron,
You saved my life, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm a leader of a cavalry patrol, and I need to head back right now and report. But I'd be glad to mention y'all by name when I report to my superiors.
Okay,
Well,
well,
mention us by name.
are you going to be safe traveling by yourself if you leave? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Hey, I can't give you much, but here's what I got. He holds out a potion of healing. These are hard to get in the camp.
Oh.
Honestly, he
Cute.
needs to take that now.
Yeah.
He should have like
that.
1 HP.
Oh,
You look like you could use it.
Yeah, it's dangerous out here.
all right. Well, I'll definitely mention that to my superiors too. All right. Good luck, y'all. Watch out for the orcs.
Good
All
luck.
right.
You too.
You
I tell Lilia
I
to
hope
say
you
you
have a
too
lovely
for me.
day.
Yeah. I hope you too. I hope you do too,
Oh,
partner.
I like him.
Goodbye.
I love him.
Goodbye.
See y'all
Love
later.
him.
All right.
Y'all.
You gonna keep going on the whatever heading your way?
I like to
Yeah.
think I was telling Lilia all of the things I was just saying because I forgot I was a horse for.
Oh.
I mean, I forgot I was a horse for a second there.
Your horse sure does make a lot of noise.
Hey.
All right. So one more hour of travel, and then I read this thing to you. Here we go. The trail leads straight to the gnarly forest, passing through a foreboding wall of trees and into thick fog that engulfs the interior. Do anything special when you get in the fog?
Listen,
Uh,
can I do like Arcana or Nature to see if
four?
yeah. it's magical in any way? Because I don't want to end up in Barovia.
It's not magical. You just know that Gnarl is just kind of, not feeling it today.
Okay.
Aw, he's under the weather.
Yes. Yes.
He's like, nah.
He's got a headache,
Sad.
basically.
Aw.
Aw.
Do you continue?
Uh,
Do you continue in the forest?
Being under the weather affects the weather.
I believe.
I want to cast message, and I say to Gnarl. I can probably do it. It's 120 feet. I send a message saying, I love you, and then I hope you're safe.
120 feet. This forest is
Mhm.
like miles. There's no answer.
I say it to the universe, okay?
Alright.
I love
Alright.
all of these
Knows no
people.
boundaries. We'll find a way.
Yeah, love finds a way.
Okay. All right. So you continue.
I also put my hand like against a tree, so like I know that he feels it.
All right. Okay. All right. So you keep going.
Sure.
All right. After 1 hour, frightened horses with saddles but no riders bolt through the forest. They race by among the trees before vanishing into the mist. Somewhere up ahead, the sounds of battle can be heard. What do you do?
Wait, so the horses were coming towards us in that way?
Frightened horses with saddles but no riders are bolting. They're gonna go past you.
Okay.
Oh.
Can we? Something's going
So
on.
away from the battle sound?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got to be careful. We have to be very quiet. Something's going on.
Alright. We should hide.
I
Do we
don't
need
know.
to like pass
Can I-
without trace or something?
Yeah, well, you'll lose your wild shape. Can a horse be stealthy?
Try.
I mean,
It's not a
There's
Hold
closet.
on.
trees around, right? Just hide behind a tree.
I mean, my dex is worse than it is normally.
You
So
hear like a loud roar, and like the ground shakes a little bit, and then you hear
Ooh.
you'll have to do better than that, you son of a bitch. Ching.
Oh.
Let's see what he gets.
Oh.
And you hear the thing go. "Roar!" And it goes.
Oh my god.
See? And you missed me. Now I'm gonna swing at you again.
Oh my god.
Can you like hide behind a tree and like try to see what's going on?
I missed.
There he is.
Uh-oh, now it's gonna swing at me. It missed him as well. So what are you guys doing? They're fighting.
I hope it is who I think it is.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off horse and peek around the tree to see what's going on.
Me
Okay.
too.
are we? Do you think we're close enough? Should I go into my elven form again?
Yeah.
Maybe just to be
Probably.
safe.
Hold on. You want? Let's see.
Oh.
I'm more stealthy that way too.
Yeah.
You still have. Yeah, you could now. Yeah. You do
All
that?
right.
Okay. So you assume
I'd probably do that.
Shattered High form. And you guys are gonna sneak around and get closer.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody
I cast pass without a trace.
and that gives you like a +10 or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Plus 10
Ah.
each.
No.
So you don't need to roll. You just.
Okay.
Do.
So up ahead you
Yeah,
see
remember, like,
you
DC
see.
it
10.
stays, of
Ooh.
course, if you want to.
Okay, so there's a few dead orcs, a few dead soldiers, and you see like what looks like a knight with like a graying white beard fighting an ogre, which is 10 feet tall, huge muscles, like the Hulk. It's trying to hit him with a club, and he's fighting back with his sword. So what do? You do anything, or should I start rolling their fight?
Can we do surprise attack? Fuck
Good,
it.
yeah.
Same.
I like to think that we all gave each other a look and we nodded and then we just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this.
Sacred flame.
All right,
That's
so why don't we
Oh,
just?
yeah.
I won't roll. I'll just have each of you go one at a time. So Lilia, why don't you go first for your surprise attack? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
I can show
I'm
you.
gonna
That's what the
do.
ogre looks like. Can you see?
Ugh, he's ugly.
All right, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
23.
You hit him.
I
How
hope-
much damage?
Oh.
13.
Okay, 13. Okay. All right. The ogre roars in pain, and the knight like looks around and says, "It looks like the cavalry's arrived, you son of a bitch." All right, and then it's Bravesweet, your turn. What do you do?
I fire my arrow. That's
Alright.
what I do. Well, actually, first I cast Hunter's Mark for my bonus action.
Hunter's
So
Mark.
then I have advantage. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna write it down that I've casted it. There we go. And well, actually, I don't have advantage. I just get an extra d6 if I hit. Oh, that's a 16.
16.
hit?
16 hits. Yes.
Oh, good.
Thank you,
Okay.
Devil Frog, for the cheer. That was cool. Thank you very much.
Woo.
Aw,
Yeah.
It's our first cheer.
You're fast.
That's awesome.
Okay. Oh boy. 14, 15, 16, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 damage.
Are you really?
Yeah.
30.
Because I rolled 2 d10s and then I roll 1 d6 and then I have a +6.
All right. So where did you want to hit him?
Oh boy. In the buttocks. please.
Oh no!
Again.
All right.
Target of choice.
There's blood everywhere. All right.
That was a really good shot. I don't think I get my second attack because I used my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
That
Winthrop, your turn for your
Yes, it
surprise.
is.
What do you want to do?
I think I'll just use my short bow as well. Because I don't know about specific spells I forgot to ask you about.
All right.
So I'll just do that for now.
Okay.
An 18.
18 hits. How much damage?
5.
5. All right. He's hurt really bad. And then last is Seraphine. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame again. Dex save.
Sacred Flame, Dex save. He's got a -1.
Yeah.
10 minus 1 is a 9.
Yeah. 2d8, boy.
All right.
Okay, could have been better. That's 3 plus 4, so that's 7 points of radiant damage.
Points. Okay. It's hurt really, really bad, and the knight gets to go. There he is. Better write that page down. All right, the knight gets 2 attacks. He has a great sword, plus 5 hits and misses. Oh, okay. He does 10. So you guys all hammer it, and then he stabs it in the heart, and it falls over dead.
Nice.
And, he pulls his sword out, and he cleans it, and he looks around in the fog. Well, who do I, let's see,
You just saw arrows and spells come out of the fog, and that was it.
Yeah.
So, who do I
I'm gonna
thanks to?
I'm gonna walk out and be like, "Hi."
You did all that by yourself. That's amazing.
No.
I'll come up
Those guys.
right behind her, just
I
like,
help.
Oh,
hello.
hello. He bows to you guys. He says, "I'm Sir Gion of Alwyn. I'm with the righteous host. So thank you for helping me."
Of course, we're with the righteous host as well.
No, well, I'm looking
Do a little curtsy.
for a bunch of elves.
What kind of elves?
My mission is, I'm supposed to try to recruit the elves to the cause. The elves of the gnarly forest. You don't know where they would be, do you? My horse ran away.
Would I know where they'd be?
You might have a general idea.
I don't. I've only been here a little while.
I will point in that general direction.
Just as you do that, several elves step out from the trees, short swords in hand and longbows slung over their backs.
Guys, I found them!
That was magic, Lilia. Good job.
Bravesweet,
I know magic!
Bravesweet, you recognize two of them. The wood elves are led by Leithausser, the wood elf, and her brother Krint is right behind her. And they have short swords in hand and longbows slung over their backs. And Leithausser says, "We heard fighting, but it seems we are too late. Can we help in any way?"
Hello.
Hi.
Is there?
Hi!
Yeah.
Hi.
Everything's fine.
They have water and bandages. They start dressing wounds. I mean, Sir Gion's the only one that can be saved or anything. He wasn't really that hurt, so they dress his wounds, and he addresses them. He says, I represent Ardra of Alwyn, leader of the righteous host. I ask you elves of the gnarly forest to join me in battle against the forces of elemental evil. As you can see, those forces pose a threat to all of us." The elves appear sympathetic, and one of them replies, "Collect your goods and come with us. We shall see that the bodies of your soldiers are returned to your people." In a place not far from here, says one of the elves. Okay. Well, maybe we'll tell you that later. Sir Gion looks at you as they're getting ready to pack up and they want to bring him to safety. He says, "Time's really of the essence here. We could really use your help in the fight against elemental evil." And Leithausser is like, "Yeah, well, whatever." And Krint's like, "Well, we could help." She's like, "Shut up, Krint," you know. And Krint then recognizes Bravesweet. He goes, "Hey, hi,
Hey.
cool." He walks up and tries to awkwardly give you a fist bump.
And I do like the weird palm
Just like,
and then we just kind of settle with like a weird like thing. We're going like, yeah. And I just kind of like, so what have you been up to?
You know, just forest stuff. Hey, you guys want sandwiches? I always bring like a bunch of sandwiches.
I always love your sandwich.
Yes, I'm famished. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, so they're all like leaf sandwiches, you know, like it's like bread and, you know, lettuce basically.
Yes. Love it.
That's fine. I'll
Plugs
take
her
it.
nose before
Oh.
she eats lettuce.
I think you're really gonna like these. They're lettuce.
yo, Bravesweet, if you don't want them, I'll take it.
So
I like, you know, I like when he's not here, she is not looking. I peel it open and like quickly like give it to you, and then I just like have the sandwich, just munch down on it, like no lettuce.
okay. All right.
Just bread.
So are you
It's just bread.
are you gonna go with them? They're walking towards the elf place.
Great. Let's
Yeah.
do that, right?
All right, Sir Gion whispers to you guys, "There's not a lot of time. I don't suppose any of you could help me convince them to fight elemental evil.
Lilia, you're very good at.
Are any of you persuasive?
Yes.
Oh.
She's very bubbly.
Listen, I got so. There's a story I'll tell you about when we fought the Lich last time. It's a good one. Not the time, but let's go make friends with the elves.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you go to it's like a little elf settlement. It's up in the trees. It's connected by bridges. They bring you to the leaders. It's like an elf council, like the elders, the 4 elf elders. And Sir Guion gives the same speech he gave earlier. You know, elemental evil. They're gonna come here. Fungus. You know, elements like fire. And they're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And Sir Guion looks at you, Lilia. And my friend Lilia wants to say something too.
I'm like, yes, she does, and I pat like her head because that's how far I can reach, and I cast guidance to give her an additional D4 of help if she needs it.
Oh, all right, extra D4.
Sweet. Okay, so I go to them and I curtsy and I say, elf elders, this evil has gone through the forest and has endangered all manner of life. I've seen it myself. People have died, and the forest is getting hurt because of it. There are mushrooms that are killing things, and all the plants here. I humbly ask for your help. Anything that you can do would greatly be appreciated.
Okay, so that was good. Make a persuasion check and add the extra D4 to it. We'll see what you get. Start.
I'm just okay. God. Okay, I got 17.
Oh, 17. Okay. So the elder elves like look at each other and they speak in Elven. I don't know if you speak Elven, they're like they say things like, "We probably should." And she's such an eloquent speaker. Yes. All right. And so the elves say the elves agree to it, and Sir Guion, you know, is thrilled, and he works out some details with them, and the elves start gathering up stuff, and Guion says, "You have a mission in the forest. No, is that the deal?"
Yes. We're looking for help defeating the Lich.
Oh, well, do you want me to come with you? I'm a knight.
Yes.
All right.
That would greatly be appreciated.
I've got a great sword and leadership. So he has a power. He can add okay, well, we'll do it when it comes to it. But don't let me forget. He has a power he can use once per rest. That he can utter a command and give an ally that he can see within 30 feet, making an attack roll or a saving throw. They can add a D4 to the roll, whatever the roll is, and he can do that for 1 minute straight. So 10 rounds. Every round, he can give somebody an extra D4 to a roll.
That's sick. That's fucking sick.
Right. All right. So, and the elves over here. Oh, you're gonna set an ambush, are you? Well, in a place not far from here, says one of the elves. Oh, Krint. He's eating like a snack. You guys want some granola? You want granola? Anybody?
Yeah.
Trail mix. I made the mix myself. All right. In a place not far from here, the trail passes between 2 halves of a giant rock that was split by the gods long ago. Plenty of cover and high ground makes it the perfect location for an ambush. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, look, the map's right there. Boink. So if you have the stream on, you'll be able to see the exact map that we're talking about here.
Okay.
Sir Guion says, we should get there as soon as possible. So we'll have time to prepare. I can't imagine what weird plan you'll come up with to ambush this Lich. So are you going to go to the ambush site?
I think so.
Sure.
All right.
Oh.
You're not sure
I
how
mean, that
much.
would make sense.
You're not sure how much time you're
Then
going to have to
we-
prepare, just so you know.
Okay, that's fine.
We don't know, like, would there be an opportunity to take like a short rest or something like that?
Sergeant says, "Oh, I don't think there's any time for anything like that." Well, no, yeah, no time.
All right.
You know what though? Wait. You probably had time while you were at the elf place to take a short rest while
Okay.
So,
I
yes.
do a short rest. What do I roll for a short rest again?
You can spend hit dice.
To heal.
Yeah,
If you need
Ranger hit
it.
dice. I don't know. Is it a D8? Every class
I
is
believe it's a
different.
D8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought. You know what?
It was
I can find out.
10.
and you add your combos.
I thought it was 10.
Well,
as
yeah.
well.
Each class is different. It'll say in your
Yeah.
class
I know.
description which die they
Pull it
use.
up and find out.
It's
I know mine's
whatever.
an 8.
So the Ranger hit die is
D10.
D8. Oh wait, no, that's Rogue. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Paladin.
Yeah, it is D10. You're right, and you add your Constitution bonus also.
Shit, nice.
All right.
Cool.
I have it written down as D8 for some reason, so I'll change that.
Yeah.
Actually,
I forgot about how druids work for a second, and
Mhm.
from the long rest from before, I
Mhm.
was wanting to try out spells, and I forgot. To switch around spells, you
Oh.
have to do like an hour of meditation per spell level or something like that.
You can say you did it. I
It
don't
might
care.
have been a minute.
You can say you
okay.
did it then.
Cool.
I mean,
Okay.
I rolled a 7, but it was like on an angle, so I re-rolled and it's a
You're-
9. But I'm willing to take a 7 if you want that.
Nine's
I don't-
fine.
I
It's no big deal.
Okay. Now I only have one.
Okay, yeah.
negative point.
All I know is
If we-
floor dice don't count. That's one of my rules.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, cock day. Even if it's a 20, you gotta
I'm-
roll.
I was considering getting a
Yeah.
dice box because it would just be really helpful.
I have a little dice tray that's like.
Aww.
So, Winthrop, what did you need to
I
do?
use a shoebox.
I just want to switch around some spells to try out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I haven't been using
okay.
produce flip, so if I can switch that with a different cantrip,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I'm going to change one spell as well, if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
I can't do that because I'm a ranger. Rangers only change spells when they level up.
Same.
So yeah, if you look at the map, you're gonna see a trail, and it has all the heights and everything. And there's a split rock, and they'll be coming from the top and going down towards the bottom. So
Okay, so
once
the
you've-
arrow would be. So we're behind the rocks?
you can be wherever you want to be. It's up to you. You can plan your ambush however you want. So I just have the map there, and you know where they're gonna be coming from. And you've got the knight
Okay.
with you also, who can help, whatever.
Does everyone. Would we all. I think it's best if we spread out just slightly, just in case he throws anything big at us. Bravesweet, would you be comfortable getting somewhere up high or somewhere with a better
high
range
ground
attack?
is great. Yeah.
If you're on the high ground, you can get cover, which
Ooh.
I think gives you. I always forget. I think it's +5 to your
Ooh.
AC or something like that.
Really? Oh, I'll have
There's
to
two
write
types
it
of
down.
cover. Let's see here.
There's like 3/4 cover.
196. 196 cover. Yeah, you've got a target with half cover has a +2 bonus to AC and dexterity saving throws. 3/4 cover gives you +5 to your AC and dex. Total cover means you can't see and they can't see.
Okay.
So I get a +2, you said? +2.
Either +2, +5, or +5. If you get half cover or 3/4 cover.
Okay. I suggest that as a team, we at least have 2 people together. Like,
Okay.
nobody's one person on either arm. So.
Lilia, would you be comfortable staying with me? Because I can protect you and get you up faster if you get hit. Are you?
Yeah,
Are you
that's
very,
fine.
Are you very squishy?
I'm actually not that squishy, but yeah,
Okay.
I do appreciate it.
Whoever is the weakest, I'm happy.
I am probably the weakest though.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, I'll keep getting you up. So If you'd like, we can cast our spells from safety. We can kind of just peek around the corner, so that way I can cover you with my shield if you need extra cover.
Okay. I've been thinking about this, and I have this spell that can make things like illusions that appear real to a person. So if we want to make like some sort of ambush kind of dealio, we can totally do that.
I can do something similar as well, but we would need an hour.
Lilia, Sir Guion says, well, if he's a lich, little friend, he might be able to see right through them. Some of them can see invisible, and see in the darkness.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of more like adding something. So.
All right. Don't look at me. I'm just a knight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depending upon how much time we have, I could also have something that I could put a glyph on the ground if that would help us. But I don't know whether we'll have that much time.
Sir Guion asks, how long would that take?
An hour?
Yikes, I don't know.
I don't think
You might be cutting it close.
No worries. Instead, I don't want him to come upon us in the middle of that. That would be very, very bad. Okay, instead, I'll wait to cast something. Can I prepare a spell, and then as a reaction, as soon as I see him, just cast it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same.
You know he's going to be coming in the carriage.
Okay. Bravesweet, Lilia, you both know these woods somewhat. Is that true?
Well, yes, I know the wood terrain the best, so we do have advantages like I can see, I can remain alert to danger even while navigating or foraging, or doing that kind of stuff. But I can also, I get a bonus while tracking creatures, so if for some reason he got away, I could track him a lot easier in this forest biome.
Okay. I was thinking if we could set up, we're trying to do an ambush, if we could do knock his cart out with rocks, do a rock slide or something. Lilia, or
I don't have
We can totally do that.
Winthrop.
Yeah.
Although it would. Sorry, go ahead.
I could, but I'd need to take another long rest, and I know we don't have that amount of time.
Okay. Okay. Could we just push a bunch of boulders down, knock his shit out? Because I make it. Sorry, go ahead.
I can make him think that that's happening.
Okay. I don't want him to be safe inside his carriage. I want us to be able to get him.
Right. You can also teleport inside his carriage, but I don't think I want to do that.
I would rather not have you be very close to him. He killed me last time, or at least got very close to it, and I would rather not put you in the same fate.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Could we rig something with some rocks and a net or something? I have some rope. We could.
Oh, I can just hug him.
Why? What does that do? Why would you hug him? Why would you want to hug?
I have a spell.
Please.
I have a spell. Not.
Hey, don't tell us. Just if you're gonna do Plan B, say Plan B and do it.
It might actually work better because it's a strength saving throw. So.
Okay. Well, save that in mind. Don't tell us, because I don't want us to get something bad to happen, because you know how those plans go. Okay. Just launch a sling of a bunch of rocks and then attack. Does that sound good? Does anyone want to do anything special? We have a very short window here. We have to start doing something.
I don't know a whole lot that I would be able to do right now.
Sorry. I can pass without a trace. I can cast it on all of us. It only lasts for an hour, but I don't know if he could perceive that or whatever. It could give us a little bit more time to.
Because I have stuff that I've learned a few more spells since then that I think might help us, but we would have to act very fast, and I want him out of his carriage before I do anything.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna tie up some rocks with some rope at like the top of the hill, and just as soon as we see him pull a rope, Wildy Coyote style, just send all the rocks like falling down the carriage to like knock the wheels off, or like.
Okay, so somebody make like a nature check to see if you can gather up good rocks.
With nature.
I mean,
I have a +6.
Oh, yep, you do. That's better than mine.
I'm also. I got a +3 on nature.
Go
I have +5, so.
I got a -1, so don't rely on me.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, okay, you get all right. Big pile of boulders. You're gonna tie them up, and so your plan is you're gonna wait for the carriage, and then you're gonna try to dump the rocks down onto the carriage.
Yeah, kind of like try to get them under the spokes of the wheel.
So,
Like,
all right. So on the map, I don't know how many of you can see the map, but it's just a path that goes straight down, and they're gonna have to pass through a split rock. It's a narrow little thing. And then so on the left, you'd be higher up. Looks like 10 feet. It says something like that. And then on the other side of the path, it's actually lower. Looks like 10 feet lower. So where would you all like to be set up for?
I'm on the higher ground.
I want to be at higher ground too.
Mm-hmm. What about Winthrop?
Yeah, that would make sense to me
And what about Seraphine?
at this point.
I want to be by the squishy characters, so I guess I'll stay with them.
Are you all going to be in a group?
I can be.
I think we should split up. Wouldn't that make more sense?
Okay, then I'll go on lower ground. I guess.
Okay, so on the map, do you
I
want
don't
to
know
be
exactly.
up towards the top or down
can
towards
pull
the
that up.
bottom?
I'll be like in between the rock and the little bushy tree thing on the right.
Oh, all right. I'm going to write your S right there.
I got it. So that way I can like duck between one or the other at any given moment.
All right. And the other three, are you going to be up on top getting ready to dump the rocks?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna stay. Maybe you guys should.
I don't know.
Rocks, and then one person should be ready to.
I don't know what stat it would require, but I should also be the one.
Sir Ian says, "Hey, everybody, it's almost time to rock and roll." Because we're using rocks.
I love it.
I just thought of that myself. All right, so I'm assuming the rest of you.
Bravesweet is very impressed.
All right. So the rest of you are going to be up on the ledge, kind of towards the top of the map, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where do you want the knight to be? Does it matter?
I mean,
I'll take him with me just in
All right.
case.
I'll put a K there. All right. So that's the plan. 3 of you are up top with the rocks, getting ready to dump them. How's the dumping going to work? You said you tied up the rocks. I mean, is it a thing where you unleash a net or something and they all just fall out? Or is it like one big clump that you're going to roll?
I feel like you cut a rope and then it just kind of spills.
Yeah, like a cage. Yeah. Like when you let the cows out of a cattle and they're like, ugh, and they run through.
Only with rocks and grab.
Yeah.
All right. So who's going to be the cutter?
I think
What are you guys?
I think I should. I have strength.
Sorry, what? You guys froze for a second there.
Oh, I just wanted to know who's going to unleash the rocks. Who's going to be the person to cut the rope?
I should.
I guess that'll just... What will that be? It's timing, so it would probably be like a dexterity check or something like that.
Yeah, my dex is sky high.
You have to time it just right,
Yeah.
and then...
I do feel like it's a Bravesweet thing.
Yeah, do it.
Come on, you're doing some
All right.
interesting stuff.
All right.
And then I'm going to. Can I prepare a spell that as soon as I see him, I'm going to cast it? Like after once I see him in person outside of the carriage, not when I see the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So it's nighttime. All right.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So about 1 hour after you got there, you were able to get your rocks in a bundle, and the knight and Seraphine are a little further down, and the other 3 are up top on the hill. All right, and it's nighttime, and you hear crickets chirping, and the hooting of owls, and then the clopping of hooves foreshadows the arrival of a black coach pulled by 2 more skeletal horses. The horses slow their advance as they approach. Oh, not even. All right, so they start to slow their advance as they see the split rock. But before that, so you see there's 4 creatures on the carriage, and they're all like made of black shadowness. It's almost hard. It's hard to see them at night, but they're there. You see 4 like humanoid entities, wispy, shadowy entities. And Winthrop, you know that these shadowy entities are shadows.
Oh.
Undead shadows. All
That's
right.
not good.
So Bravesweet, you see it coming. You hear like clop, 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 and you're timing your thing. And it's like clop, 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 like sweat, and then go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh no!
What happened?
I rolled a 2, so I don't think my plussing or anything will help. So it's a 5.
You rolled a 2.
Fine.
Great.
All right. So
Can
okay.
one
So
of us roll?
Okay. Well, both of you make dex saves to see if you can react in time. I'll do it like that.
Okay.
A save?
Yeah, saving throw.
Yeah, mine's a 12.
12. What did Lily get?
I got 5.
All right, Winthrop, you want to try? You want to do it? Try and save
I mean,
it real quick?
I can try.
Make a dex
Yeah.
check.
Come on, I believe in you.
It's another 12. Wait.
12?
What's
Is
your
it, if it's just straight dex, it's 12, but
Yeah. Plus
Yeah.
your dex bonus. All right. Let me roll something here. All right. So your rocks. I guess what happens is, so it's going, and the carriage is going right, and you're like, oh shit, and then Winthrop's like,
Yeah.
so the rocks like slide down the hill, but it just like and most of them end up like the wheels are rolling, and most of them like slide like underneath it between the 2 sets of wheels.
darn it.
But the last, it does have to bump over some of the rocks. So let me. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So hold on. It bumps over the rocks. I'm gonna make a tipsy roll here. Okay. And which side? Actually, let's see. Let's see which side does it tip over on. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. So okay. Well, that's great. All right. So slides under. Hits the thing, it tips like this, and then I made a series of rolls, and I kept rolling low. And so it actually tips to the side, and it actually flips over and goes down the thing.
Wow.
So there's a big carriage that fell off the side.
Woo!
And shadowy entities start climbing up the hill.
Of course.
Looking
Yeah,
up at where the
question.
rocks came. Yeah.
Are the shadowy entities considered undead or what?
That's fine.
So
Okay.
we're pretty much out of time, so we're probably gonna have to stop right there.
All right.
So
Oh.
carriage fell over,
Shadow.
shadows coming
Scary.
up, and we'll pick it up from
Can
there.
I cast one spell before we go?
Yeah, what is it?
Can I cast Arms of Hazar? So I don't forget next time.
What is it? What does it do?
So, it's a sphere of 10 feet. They have to make a strength saving throw, and if they don't make it, then giant furry hands come up and hug them.
We'll have to do that next time. 'Cause we're gonna have to roll for it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
all right. So yeah, you
Yeah.
did his carriage did fall down the hill,
I'll make a note.
and there's skeletal horses like upside down.
Oh.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll play again next week on Sunday, 6:30 EST.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. All right. Goodbye.
Love you.